everyone? How's it going? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Remember to hit that like button and consider subscribing, trying to hit 1,000. And if you want to go the extra mile, there is a membership button, the join button, and super thanks. Either way, let's talk about YouTube. Now, YouTube has been testing these features where they would block people who use ad blocker. Now, my personal take on this is that if you use a website for free, it's like the age-old saying, if the product is free, you're the product, and you are the product when it comes to YouTube. It is a free service. You are provided hundreds of thousands of videos ranging from politics, gaming, cooking, all this stuff at your fingertips. In exchange, ads run the platform. You get played a 5-second ad and you can either skip it or you can continue watching it. It is there for the aid of the platform. Personally speaking, I have no problem with it. I do have YouTube Premium because I watch more YouTube than anything else. On top of it, I also exercise what I believe in, such as you can see below on the lower right hand corner. People use ad blocker, and I have nothing against that. Use ad blocker if you want. There are some advanced forms of ad blocker, such as using your router, VPN, stuff like that. But personally, if I'm using a website or something, I have no problem using ads. Like, I have no problem. I'm using your website. I will sit through a couple of ads as long as they're not too obtuse. We've seen how wild Dexedro and Inside Gaming can be with their ads, that it kind of screws around with the website. But personally speaking, I have no problem looking at ads if it means I get to your website for free. I have a problem with websites like Bloomberg where you have to pay a subscription. I've never done that, so that I have a problem with. So this comes from Destructoid. For all of you who prefer your browser-free ad, there could be trouble viewing. It turns out that YouTube does not like people using ad blocker and software on its website, and it's getting to the point where the company is looking to enforce some rules changes on that front. Look, YouTube would not exist without ads. Google, Facebook, a lot of these social media platforms. YouTube is a social media platform at its core. They wouldn't exist without ads, so they're obviously going to do this in order to maximize profit, either through YouTube Premium, which is their $10 a month per service. I believe they're raising the price in other regions of the world, but that is the reality. A $10 a month subscription fee is infinitely more valuable than someone who watches ads on their platform. It's just the way things are. And yeah, look, I cannot fault a company for trying to do what's best for themselves just as much as I can't fault the individual for doing what's best for themselves. If they use ad blocker, they're going to find ways to try and circumvent this. This is going to be the new proxy blocker of the 2023, but people are going to find a way. So this is the image that people are really annoyed about. So if you watch more than 3 videos, you are blocked after that, and they're basically going to force you to use YouTube Premium, which I think this is a very hard stop, very scary feature. I mean, 3 videos, I think that's way too low. And even so, like, it could be 100 videos. I still think that this is a little problematic because it's basically saying, we know what you're doing, please stop. And I know a lot of people are going to say, look at alternatives. Those are just words. People who say that don't actually mean what they preach. When they say go to Rumble, go to Odyssey, go to, when you're on streaming, go to Kick, they don't actually mean that. Those people are just as likely to transfer to another platform as you are as a content creator. They're not going to do it. They're just empty words, like people who say, I'm not going to use this, I'm going to use this. You know, those empty sayings that people say that sound good on paper but are never exercised because they come with such meaningless backlog. Like, they have no weight behind them. They're just words that have no, like I said, no weight to them. And a post on Reddit user, Reddit_n_me, dude, that is such a saying, uploaded a screenshot which we just saw, which is basically them doing this, which they're basically encouraging you to use the premium service. By the way, the premium service also gives you access to YouTube Music, which I personally use. I know it's like the backwater version of music players, but you know, it's free and access for that. I think and then they're also testing the feature where you can play games on YouTube, which I think would be a pretty cool feature. The thing is about YouTube Premium is that it's actually a pretty damn good service. I'm not trying to shill for them. I'm just saying, if you watch a lot of YouTube like I do, it's kind of worth it in a lot of ways. Everyone I've talked to who use it after they got that free trial say they can't go back to ad watching. It's definitely an ideal experience especially if they add more features to it and offer, some sort of kickback, or maybe, put some, like they already have YouTube movies for free that are ad supported. Maybe add some movies that are exclusive to premium. That might actually be a really good take, in my opinion. Offer, like, I don't know, the original Batman Begins, something like that. It might be very much appealing to people. But I can also see why this is very controversial to people, because, again, people want to use ad block and they're free to do that. They're going to find ways to do it. Now, it's tempting to dismiss this as speculation based on random screenshot. However, this information be corroborated by The Verge, in which YouTube did confirm that the video platform will take a harder stance against ad blockers. Google spokesperson, I can't say that name, said that publishers regularly ask for viewers to disable ad blocking, any ad blocking plugins they have installed. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of us have seen websites like that say, please disable the ad block. We know you're using it. It's usually the cheap ad blocker that you get off ironically, through the Google Chrome store. But, Alphabet, it's like with Amazon. Amazon may own Twitch, but they operate independently. They have to operate on their own means, and, I guess if everyone stopped using ad blocker, they would make thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars off it, especially the creators. But the problem with this focus is that they are using it as a deterrent. Even if 1% of the audience purchased the YouTube Premium service, they'll see that as a win. Even 1% of the user base from YouTube, because YouTube's user base is massive. Millions of people use this service from all around the world. If they can even get 1% of those people to subscribe to YouTube Premium, it's a win. It's same thing with Twitter Blue. If they can get just even a fraction of their audience to subscribe to it, it's a win. Going forward, it looks like YouTube will be issuing warnings to users who persist on ad blocking, which will lead to viewer disruption. Yeah, I'm sure we've seen that on Twitch, where you're watching a stream. I mod a stream for my friend Jessica, and my friend Kristen. It's the same issue where I'm not free from those ads. There will be ads that just play in the middle of her stream when I'm supposed to be, like, making sure things are going well. And they just play, and it's annoying. I'm not paying for Twitch Turbo. Screw that. And I'm sure we've all seen that Asmongold clip where literally he's watching it, and then suddenly an ad plays for the new Star Wars. I forgot whatever the new Star Wars thing is. But yeah, this could mean that unless ad blocker is disabled, you may find yourself limited to just 3 videos, unless they go to one of those insidious ad blockers. Currently, it is still experimental phase, but becomes site-wide eventually. As has already been pointed out, you can always opt for YouTube Premium for ad-free watching for $11. Wait, it's that expensive? I thought it was $10 a month. They raised the price on everyone? Oh, that sucks. Atop of other subscription service you may already have, not a lot of people will be happy with being forced to pay for YouTube. Yeah, I have Amazon Prime, but I have the student version, and they actually gave me a deal where I can keep my student subscription, but I can't cancel it, because if I do, I have to pay the full amount. Same thing, I have to pay for Adobe, which is over $32 a month. I also pay for YouTube, which is, so it's just another service. I used to have HBO Max. It was actually a really good service. I watched Adventure Time and Studio Ghibli stuff, and then I had to cancel it because it was also too expensive. That's just some of the sore points of the current information age, especially when it comes to gaming and streaming content. Many feel advertisers have become persuasive, which is why a lot of users install blockers. Yeah, it's like with Futurama, the episode where Fry gets a first taste of the future ads where they're in his dreams. And he's like, no, we just had them on billboards and sports games and blimps and TV and our milk cartons. It's like they're everywhere. However, it looks like the big tech wigs are fighting back, but this crackdown could lead to avoiding YouTube altogether. That's never going to happen. Everyone's going to use YouTube. YouTube is the most popular and easy to use video sharing platform on the planet. It's not going away. It's not going to be stopped. No one's going to go to Rumble and Odyssey unless they are physically forced to. Like, really forced to. Like, everyone uses YouTube. Like, come on. So that's the end of the story. So my take on this, as I stated, is that chances are people are going to either get more sophisticated and buy more elite versions of ad blocker, or B, you're just going to bite the bullet and buy YouTube Premium. It is the next reality that we're going to face. Ads are getting more sophisticated. It's like that episode of South Park where we're eventually going to get like human ads that are walking around like androids. Oh god, I am not looking forward to that future. But regardless, I can see both perspectives from this. I see from the company standpoint, and I see from the human standpoint. No one wants to watch ads. Everyone, like, personally speaking, I literally just go on my phone whenever I see an ad on like Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime. I just go, okay, what's on Instagram? Or I just like look away and just turn on my console. Literally, my console turns on faster, and I can plug in a game for like 2 minutes faster than watching an ad can on freaking Twitch. My PS5, I can start up the console, start playing like Final Fantasy 16, and get in like a couple of combat encounters before the ad finishes on Twitch. So there's a little like side note on that. Or, you know, just get your 3DS like I do. I still have my 3DS back there. So overall, I don't think this is going to hurt YouTube. I think it's just going to benefit them, because if they just get even 1% of people, it's going to work in their favor. But it's just going to be bad for the end user, who's just going to feel so angry at this. Because remember, willpower comes with a limit, and eventually all of us reach our limit, and what we do once we reach that limit comes to a variety of options. Some people may go to Rumble, Odyssey, or some people may just bite the bullet and say, fuck it, I'll disable ad blocker, or some people may say fuck it, and I'll just, you know, do the YouTube premium service. There's always going to be a limit that everyone reaches, and how you act on it is going to be entirely on your own personal desires. I'm sorry, I've been doing a lot of videos today, and I also was like demonetized on my first channel. I already put into my community post about that. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I'm sure I'm probably going to get negatively disliked for this, but, you know, voice your opinions and see how things go. After all, that's the point of this channel. So that's it from me. Have a good day, everyone. Goodbye.